A capacity crowd has entered the Francis X. Sweeney Gymnasium at Waterford High School. They're anticipating a night filled with stars, hopefully fireworks, and at the very least, a show. And you're watching it unfold on game day, live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill, along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. And sports doctor, tonight's a special night. Whether or not it's a classic, we will see, but the atmosphere is special.
This place is juiced up, Casey O'Neill. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. The 9-0 Lancers, the 6-1 Vikings. Let's get ready for a heavyweight bout here today.
Well, you'd be remiss if you didn't talk about the Waterford right now. Ledyard's the only team to come within 20. No other teams come within 30. They have been absolutely dynamite all year long. Star power up and down the lineup. East Lyme, a very, very talented team with a star of their own. This has the makings of a back-and-forth classic.
Yeah, you're going to have to score some points to beat Waterford, Casey. They're averaging just over 80 points a ball game, and East Lyme has the goods to do it with their star, Ostrowski.
Well, if they're going to do it tonight, East Lyme is going to have to rely more on just one guy. Waterford's one guy, well, he might be Superman. Let's talk about those players to watch.
Yeah, sure thing, Casey. The players to watch tonight for Waterford: senior guard, point guard, Mikey Busetto. He's the heart and soul of this Lancer team. His court vision and ability to find an open teammate make Mikey one of the best, if not the best point guard in the state. Take it to the rim, knock down a deep jump shot. Mikey has gone over 43 times, surpassing the 1,000-point mark for his career. A fierce competitor, Busetto will be ready to roll tonight versus the Vikings. And for East Lyme, Ostrowski. The junior swingman was recognized preseason as one of the top 25 players in the state, and he's lived up to the hype. He can take it to the rim, hit the deep ball, or post up on the box. Dev can score from anywhere on the floor. A tremendous defender and teammate. Dev will have to be at his best tonight for the Vikings against the Lancers.
Well, a lot of stories in tonight's game. From a Bronx tale to life with Mikey. Waterford's Omar Rahman's Hollywood story is a tale of two cities.
He definitely gets in your face.
I heard this kid from the Bronx is coming, so I was like, okay.
He's that great defender, on-ball defender.
He'll play hard defense, but then, when someone says something to him, he's going to go up another 2 levels that you don't expect.
And that energy, he's especially after a dunk, he gets that crowd hyped, and we just feed off that energy.
To be honest, I was a little nervous. First game, and he was already getting a technical. I was like, oh Jesus. And then when I saw him play, I was like, all right, he's pretty good. He'll help us out this year. So I was excited.
He works hard on both ends of the floor, so he does a lot to help everyone around us become better players.
Living in the Bronx, it was tough. I mean, it was dangerous most of the time, but it made me tough. I came here to bring some energy, so I gotta turn up sometimes. My mom wanted to move, and when she said Waterford, I looked it up on YouTube. I saw Mikey, so I met Mikey my 8th grade year when we was on an AAU trip. I just hit him up. I was like, yo, I'm moving to Waterford. I don't know where to go. And he was just like, come over. Mikey got that New York swag. I love it, yeah. He always trying to cross somebody and make a fancy pass, yeah. That's how New York is, so playing with him is just like playing in the Bronx.
I met him the first time in the hallway. He came up very polite, very nice, and Coach Bassett, how are you? And I met him, and there was a couple summer league games, so I went to go watch him, and I thought to myself, wow, that's a special defensive player right there. He definitely has that ability to not only be in your face defensively, but then also to really, see what's going on.
Someone's got to be on it.
I love playing defense. It's that's my main thing. So that's my best attribute. So as long as I do that, we get the W. It don't matter.
That's you, Pete. He said a low screen. You got to be there. Omar Rahman has brought an added dimension to this Lancer team this year, Casey. Another guard to go along with Mikey Busetto. Maybe he's that missing piece that Waterford needs not only to win an ECC crown, but to make a run in the state. He's athletic, he's a fierce competitor, can shoot the ball, and he's loving it right now.
He's going to need to bring some of that Bronx toughness tonight. I promise you, no one has tried to physically match up with Dev Ostrowski the way that Omar will try to in tonight's ball game. You know, playing in the shadow of two superstars isn't easy. So East Lyme's supporting cast wants to shine a light on their balance.
As we get into conference play, everybody knows who Dev is.
Dev Ostrowski can score the basketball.
He's like well known. It's fun to play beside him.
He's just a good player, and he knows he's going to go far in college and stuff. Just to learn from him.
Every game is going to be a good game because everyone wants to play against Dev and beat Dev.
Dev off the dribble, kicks to Leonard. Leonard.
Everybody knows who Dev is. Everybody knows who Luke is. So I know the game plan is going to be to try and take those guys away. So all year we've been talking about balance and not having to rely on deep outside shooting. We need more inside play.
Our big thing is rebounding right now. As we do that, our job, then we'll win games.
Jacob Peters, 6'4", big guy.
Peters says, no way.
Our guards have been able to really carry the load of our scoring, but as the season progresses, I really see Jacob's role increasing.
Peters to Horner for the lay-in.
Our big thing is rebounding. Me and Jacob need to rebound a lot. We need to score some points, get touches down low.
TJ Horner's in the same boat, about 6'2", sophomore. If we really wanted to take the next jump, those are two guys that I'm really counting on to bring us there.
I like who we are because we're not here. We're here, but we can be here.
Kicks, Gandenberger straight away. Three is good.
And then J.R. Gandenberger, he helps us to spread the floor because he's a really good outside shooter. And I'm looking for him to kind of be our third scorer on a consistent basis.
Consistency. We can't have 3 good games and then lose a bad game. We have to show up every night and every day.
I have the utmost confidence that they'll be able to step up and help us to win games.
Every team, Casey, needs a few lunch pail guys. Peters, Horner, Gandenberger, they're the guys that do the dirty work for the Stars. Lunch pail guys, sports doctors type.
Well, we're almost getting ready to eat, Sports Doctor. The Viking section's ready to go. We are coming back on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Hi, I'm Samuel Whitaker. I go to East Lyme High School. I'm a junior and I do cross country. My most memorable meet was winning the ECC race. It was really memorable because I was very nervous because the top 3 were very close, so the winner wasn't. No one was had any big favor of winning because we were all very close in times through the season. So pulling ahead with less than a mile to go and winning was really memorable. It was a nice day. I would say my biggest role model is Van Moffitt. He went to East Lyme High School. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and he moved on to New England. He didn't win ECCs, but he won the Double M. And he was just a really good runner, a really good person, and he just really taught me a lot. So I've just tried to be as good as him. Well, indoor track season starts soon, so that's going to be a big transition from cross country, longer distances to the shorter distances. But I'm really looking forward to this outdoor season this year because this is when I put together my big times for colleges and stuff to look at.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
What is the recipe for a classic? Take 2 great rivals, sprinkle in star players, and mix with a rabid cheering section. Then let it simmer. Waterford High School, undefeated at 9-0 and ranked in the top 10 in the state, no team has come within 20 points of the Lancers. Led by the ECC's version of Superman, Mikey Bissetto, who broke the school's scoring record and surpassed 1,000 career points, the Lancers have gelled with Walker Sutton, Liam Spellman, and newcomer Omar Rahman. East Lyme is 6-1, led by Batman and Robin, Dev Ostrowski and Luke Leonard, and they have something to prove off a loss to Ledger. Ostrowski has also broken the school scoring record and surpassed 1,000 points. And only a junior, the Viking faithful believe that Dev is better. The X will be cooking, and Lancer Nation fired up as they prepare for the game of the year. It's got all the makings of a classic. It's East Lyme at Waterford. It's Batman versus Superman, and it's only on game day, live on theday.com.
The atmosphere at the X is electric, and the crowd has filled the Francis X. Sweeney Fieldhouse on the campus of Waterford High School, and Lancer Nation and the Viking crew are ready to go at it, and game day has it. Sports Doctor, we are ready to roll a very exciting pregame. The atmosphere is hot.
Yeah, place is rocking right now, Casey. Both teams are, getting their warm-ups in, and I tell you right now, there'll be no feeling out process in this ball game tonight. Both teams are going to come out pedal to the metal, especially the Lancers.
Oh, there's nothing better than a border rivalry, and that's what we have tonight. Two rival schools who know each other really well, and when you know each other really well, it's the little things that make the difference. So, Sports Doctor, let's talk a little bit about the keys to tonight's game for both East Lyme and Waterford.
Sure thing, Casey. This Sports Doctor's keys to the games for the Lancers: guard play. Strong point of the Lancers are the guards, dictate the pace and the tempo. How about spell victory? Junior forward Liam Spellman is the difference maker on both ends of the floor. And how about a little bit of home cooking? Ride the wave and the emotion of Lancer Nation, find a way to get the W. For East Lyme, the Vikings, how about a hot start? Important for the Vikings to get off to a good start and try to take the crowd out of this game early. On the front line, Viking front court, Casey, will have to play big and control the boards. And last but not least, score. Waterford is averaging just over 80 points a game, and the Vikings will have to keep pace with the Lancers.
We saw Ledyard take East Lyme completely out of their game, playing a 3-2 zone with a lot of length, and I think Waterford might try some of that tonight as well, but the key to the Ledyard victory was Trevor Hutchins. 25 rebounds, unheard of in a high school game. There were no second chances. Can Waterford replicate that?
Well, they're going to try. How about that? The length and the bodies for Ledyard really took away some of the things that East Lyme likes to do. Now you've got Liam Spellman out there. You've got a few other big bodies, for the Lancers. But, do they have the personnel to implement the zone and frustrate the East Lyme offense, especially Luke Leonard?
We saw, the length on the perimeter really bothered Leonard. We also saw E.J. Alborn get into the heads of East Lyme, and Coach Bernardi said afterwards, we got pushed around a little bit in that game.
We got bullied. I mean, he just came right out and said it. And, does Waterford have the bullies? Walker Sutton up front. Eager to see some different people rotate in and out. Styles determine fights. Let's see if Waterford has the bodies to dictate the pace.
On the other side of things, Waterford offensively, so very dangerous. They can move the ball around the perimeter. They got shooters. They've got ball handlers. They're deadly out in transition basketball. It's not just the Mikey Bassetto show. He might be Superman, but it's the entire Justice League there for Waterford High School.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of a pick your poison if you're Coach Jeff Bernardi in the East Lyme Vikings. Casey, you hit the nail on the head. We saw a game earlier this year between Waterford and Ledyard where Mikey didn't miss from the three-point line. You toss in Roman, you toss in some of these other guys out here, Liam Spellman. They're a handful. They could play in a half-court set, or they could push and play up-tempo as well.
If Mikey's going to shoot the ball like he did in that Ledyard game, we can move ahead to the next one. Because he was unconscious. That's something special. But what's more interesting is if he has, a regular Mikey game where he's still talented and he's still making shots, but maybe not purely unconscious, who's the other scorer going to be? Spellman is stepped up, but he's streaky. Sutman's more of a post guy. Rahman's more of a defensive-minded player. Who's going to be the number 2 scorer if Mikey isn't unconscious?
Well, you could see Eric Pinch get hot from the three-point line. You could see Omar Rahman go off a little bit. But I actually think that Liam Spellman will be that next best guy tonight for the Lancers if called upon.
Well, there it is. He's found himself a home in Waterford. Omar Rahman has become the toughness of Waterford. Let's take a look at the rest of the players in tonight's ballgame.
Mikey Bassetto, St. Joseph's Elementary.
Omar Rahman, Albert Einstein, 131.
Eric Pinch, Southwest Elementary.
Liam Spellman, the Southwest Elementary.
Walker Sutman, Great Neck.
Max Mazella, Ostrowski Elementary.
Trevor Yeomans, Great Neck Elementary.
JJ Brennan, Ostrowski Elementary School.
Tyler Peretz, Ionic Center School.
Ryan O'Connell, Quaker Hill Elementary.
Peyton Sutman, Great Neck Elementary.
Dylan Eckhart, Great Neck Elementary.
Caden Maynard, Southwest Elementary.
Devin Ostrowski, Ionic Center.
Luke Leonard, Lily B. Haynes School.
J.R. Gandenberger, Flanders School.
Jacob Peters, Lily B. Haynes.
TJ Horner, Ionic Center.
Brent Simeon, Regional Multicultural Management School in New London.
Drew Mengi, Lily B. Haynes Elementary.
Nate Diaz, Lily B. Haynes.
David Strobel, Lily B. Hayes.
Matt Velakis, Lily B.
Joey Grubb, Ionic Center School.
Alec Elmer, Lily B. Haynes.
Joseph Shea, Ionic Center.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I give you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
Game Day is brought to you by the award-winning Submarine Car Wash and Detail Center. Located on Route 12 in Groton, your local experts in auto detailing. A variety of car wash coupons are available on theday.com. Print and stop in today. Also, Game Day is brought to you by Family First Life. Family First Life is a team environment, hiring many current and former athletes because they understand competitiveness and teamwork. If you're looking for part-time or full-time work, apply online at familyfirstlife.com.
It's a little sloppy out there, Casey. The Sports Doctor's ride could use a little cleaning this time of year.
That's right. This is it. You got to get over there to Submarine Car Wash. Sports Doctor, the cheering of the crowd after Sarah Bassetto nailed the national anthem again, said it all. They are ready to lock it in.
Yeah, great atmosphere here tonight, Casey. East Lyme fans are here. The student sections are packed. They're ready to go. A couple things I'll keep an eye on. If this game, Casey, is played in the 80s, it certainly plays to Waterford's favor. East Lyme has got to try to find a way to hold the Lancers to about 65 to 70 points. Good luck. Not an easy task.
Peters and Spellman, and Sutman to jump it up, and Walk wins the tap. Bassetto quickly gets it to Rahman, and we're underway.
Walker Sutman got a nice new look on himself, doesn't he?
We're going to talk about that a little later. Rahman with a 3, not his best effort. Ostrowski comes out of pack, up ahead to a racing Leonard. Over Mazzella, no good, but the foul. And that is a good start for East Lyme, looking to push against the Lancers.
Well, the leak out that time by Leonard, he got it behind the defense, ran the court, got rewarded. Guards that time, maybe Rahman sitting around a little bit watching his missed jump shot. Bassetto not getting back, and East Lyme is not afraid to push the ball when they have the opportunity.
And right there, that's already a better start than we saw Leonard get off to against Ledgett. He was really confounded, and I think that's a nice opportunity. East Lyme did not get many transition points in their previous 2 games. That's a good effort to get out quick.
Yeah, and the best way for a guy to get a feel of the game, Casey, why not from the free throw line, knock a couple down.
Bassetto and Ostrowski, there they are, man-to-man. Ostrowski's on Mikey. Baseline, little jumper by Mazzella in the lane. Back iron, no good. Ostrowski with his second rebound. And he's got Rahman on him right away. And here's the matchup we've wanted to see. Dev with Omar Rahman, the defensive specialist, on him.
Good matchup there. 2 athletic guards going at it. You see Dev's got all the moves on the offensive end.
Peters with a little pull-up J, in and out. And Mazzella with a strong rebound. And Mikey looks to push.
Yeah, Max Mazzella, Casey added a little extra flavor to that team this year.
Pull up by Bassetto from 3, no good. Rebound by the diminutive Leonard. And they're going to push. Mikey tries to jump, no good. Leonard all the way through with the runner. And a strong rebound by Sutman. And a little touch foul will go against East Lyme.
Walker Sutman out there handling chairman of the boards. You've got Max Mazzella, football player, adding a little beef, adding a little size to that front line. Liam Spellman up there too. Able bodies for the Lancers, Casey. Now let's just see if they could just, execute the game plan.
That foul was on Leonard, his first. High screen, Bassetto tries to dribble through it. Bad choice, Gandenberger up ahead to Dev. And he tries to throw it down with a bad angle, misses it. And Gandenberger quickly tries to step out on Bassetto. Bassetto Inside to Sutman. Layup is good. Walk with the finish, and we're tied at 2.
And again, the big people who run the floor for the Lancers are going to get rewarded because Bacetto will find you. So just keep doing your thing, keep grinding. You're going to get rewarded.
Horner in the lane. No good. Strong rebound by Mazzella. One and done. Bacetto handles. Tries to go past Ostrowski. Drives. Runner is good. Oh, Mikey, how'd you get that shot off?
A tight window there for Bacetto. Got down low. Looks like East Lyme was trying to pinch him out at the top of the circle.
Gandenberger hounded by Bacetto. Leonard flies by Spellman. Runner in the lane, no good. That pull-up didn't go down. Bacetto comes out of the pack. Tries to dribble through. Bad choice, but gets it back. And Spellman tries to tip it out, and Ostrowski comes out of the pack for the Vikings. Kick to Leonard. 3-ball. Well off to Raman. Gandenberger can't get to it. Bacetto has it instead. Loft upside to Sutman is good. And a quick timeout by Coach Jeff Bernardi.
Yeah, what a beautiful pass that time, Bacetto. Finding Sutman on the baseline. And again, the big people who run the floor get rewarded. And I think it's a good timeout early for Coach Bernardi, Casey. He sees the helter-skelter pace, and I don't think he wants his team playing that style of ball.
Yeah, it's the one-and-done looks that's part of the problem. Quick shots will be the death of you against Waterford, because if they get the rebound, and you saw Mazzella and Sutman pull them down, they're off to the races. You've seen the Vikings try to stop the ball. They want to get to Bacetto and not let him get any momentum, but it doesn't matter because he's just so good vision-wise and with the basketball.
Yeah, they trust their ball handlers. Both Raman and Bacetto. I don't think Coach is too concerned about the turnovers for Waterford. They're a volume team. They score in volumes. He'll sacrifice a turnover or two for an attempt to get 2 points at the rim.
Pinch into the ball game. Mazzella comes out. A couple of good rebounds by Mazzella. Now Ostrowski. Pinch hounding Leonard. So now it's tough man-to-man on both Leonard and Ostrowski. Bacetto steps in front of the pass, but Raman loses it out of bounds. Ill-advised pass that time, right into Bacetto's hands, but Raman couldn't handle the rebound.
Yeah, straight man-to-man that time by Waterford. A little denial of the ball between Bacetto and Ostrowski. Try and keep the ball out of his hands.
Pinch! Jumps ahead of Leonard, a little lazy, and the layup puts the Lancers up 6. I think Leonard's at fault that time. He was lazy with the ball, didn't come to that pass.
A little full court here, man, picked up by the Lancers.
And Raman intercepts, knocks it ahead. Pinch beats everybody, the layup, no good, but flying ahead Spellman, and he can't bring it. And then Leonard's going to get fouled by Spellman. But right now, quite frankly, the Lancers are outworking the Vikings.
Yep, creating turnovers, Casey, jumping into passing lanes, 50-50 balls, everything going Waterford's way. Listen, you saw a flash of it with East Lyme. Initial possession of the game, Luke Leonard got himself a look at the rim on a leak out, but it's been all Waterford since.
Pinch really stepping out, very good on-ball defender. Leonard's with him. Gandenberger hasn't gotten a shot off. And Ostrowski takes it to the rim, pulls up, finds Horner underneath, back to Gandenberger, pump fakes, pulls up a 3, short. Spellman, touchdown pass, intercepted by Ostrowski.
Yeah, Dev can't be so unselfish this early in the ballgame. When he's got to look there from about 15 feet, rise up and try and knock it down.
Rises up, three-pointer, in and out. Peters mistimed the leap, and Spellman comes down with a rebound.
Yeah, I like the shot, though. I like the shot. Get himself into the flow of the game, get himself moving. I don't have a problem if he shot that ball for the town hall. Just get him involved.
Dev tries to pick Bacetto's pocket and does, but can't keep the ball. Now it's loose. Sutman to Pinch. And we'll reset. Gandenberger knocks into Pinch, no call. Bacetto pull-up J is true.
Again, the rise up, smooth jump shot. Mikey Bacetto, 4 points. A 10-0 run here by the Lancers.
Leonard squares up for 3. No good, side rim, one and done again. Spellman rips it down. Bacetto in transition, all the way to the basket, scoop shot. No good, offensive foul. Referee Greg Keith says, going the other way, and we got ourselves a veteran crew tonight. Roger Warner, Dan Kalis, and Greg Keith. Greg Keith, who was doing 5th grade travel basketball on Saturday.
And Dan Kalis out there as well. Nice job that time by Luke Leonard staying home. He's small, Casey, but he's tough.
Now, Viking crowd chanting, "You can't do that." Well, what you can't do is keep going one and done on the offensive end. You got to find a way to make a basket here.
A nice job by Pinch, doing a great job on Leonard, harassing him and then picking up the offensive foul there.
Gonna call that one on Horner on a screen.
A man-to-man defense, Casey, making East Lyme very, very uncomfortable in the offensive end.
Pacetto with Ostrowski on him. They swing it around. Pinch now into the corner. Rahman, baseline drive is good. Strong move by Omar Rahman, and he waves at the East Lyme crowd.
To the cup, to the tin. The finish. I like it.
Ostrowski crossover, goes all the way to the basket. Tries to sling it to Peters, no good. We're on the floor. Scrum down there. And Liam Spellman comes out of it. Possession arrow will favor. Looks like it'll favor East Lyme.
Oh boy, Liam Spellman is one of those kids that'd rather win ugly than lose pretty. Boy, he is scrapping for everything.
Drew
Tough kid.
Mengi checks into the ball game. Gandenberger comes out. There's a nice look inside for Peters. Pump fakes, goes up strong. Blocked by Sutman. When the left-hand finish is good. Jacob Peters, a little bit relentless that time. That's what they need.
You got to have it. Bring your lunch pail, son. Get to work underneath there. 2 trips to the hole. Finally get the ball to fly in.
Pacetto, great look underneath, but just a step behind Sutman. Out of bounds, it'll stay Waterford basketball.
You know, and last week when we saw East Lyme play against Ledyard, Peters got himself in an early foul trouble. Stay out of foul trouble. Stay productive on the floor. Good things will happen.
Swinging around. Pacetto, long three-pointer. In and out. Rebound, Horner. Horner gets it ahead to Ostrowski. Mengi swings. Leonard, good look at a three. Side rim, no good. Peters, strong rebound. Goes up strong against Sutman and finishes.
On cue. Jacob Peters doing work.
Is that the lunch pail you were talking about?
That's it. Lunch pail, sandwich bag, whatever you may call it. Tough kid.
Pacetto crosses over Mengi. 3-ball, got it.
Boy, he can score in bunches, and he's not afraid to pull up from the parking lot. Tough kid.
Dev crosses over, and he'll get on the arm. I think they're going to get Pacetto on the arm that time.
And of course, Mike's got his hands up. That's his second foul.
It's his second foul, and he's looking right at Coach Bassett going, "I won't foul, Coach. I won't foul. I won't foul, Coach."
Yeah.
But he's going to take a seat, and we're going to get our first look at Trevor Yeomans coming into the ballgame.
Yeah, played well. Trevor Yeomans has done good work. Senior forward, Coach Bassett. Good role player for this Lancer team.
Dev hounded, pulls into the lane. Little floater with the left hand is good. That's a nice move by Ostrowski.
Yeah, most assertive move of the game by Ostrowski. Was going to get to the rim no matter what.
Inside, Yeomans loses the ball after a good look from Rahman. Mengi comes out with it. Now Leonard breaks the pressure ahead to Ostrowski. He pulls up just inside the foul line and knocks it down. Dev's starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, see, I like the body control there by Dev, too. He doesn't have to force that ball to the rim. Rise up, knock it down from 8 feet. Good quality shot that time by the Viking swingman. You don't need to force everything to the rim. If the defense is going to give you that little jumper, take it.
Spellman pulls up, in and out, and a rebound by Leonard. 40 seconds, they get it into Ostrowski's hand. Now Leonard drives the lane. Little scoop left-hander, no good. Rebound by Mazzella, and they'll push. Rahman does not have numbers, goes in anyway, and he's going to draw the foul. A little bit aggressive by Rahman, but it pays dividends.
Yeah, Mengi was backpedaling the entire way on defense, and Rahman again the push, the hard charge, the commitment to get to the rim for the Waterford senior.
Omar Rahman at the line, he'll shoot 2.
Waterford shooting at about 72% from the line as a team this season. That's pretty good for high school basketball, I would say.
Absolutely. Rahman gets one more. There's no way if I was in high school that his nickname wouldn't be Noodles. There's just no way. One more for Rahman. In and out. But a strong hustle rebound by Mazzella. Up top pinch. He wanted to shoot it, but he'll set it back, and Waterford with a chance to take, at the minimum, a 6-point lead into the end of the quarter.
Spread the floor a little bit. Take your time. Try to get a matchup at the rim.
There's Rahman Misses the finish, but Mazzella's there. He can't finish. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Waterford ball with 5 seconds left. 2 great looks. Rahman got strong to the basket, and Mazzella there as well, and they just couldn't finish.
Yeah, they got there what they wanted. They spread the floor. They got Rahman going to the rim. Mazzella was there, couldn't convert. Keep an eye here. Peters, very important to stay home. Don't want to give up a basket underneath at the end of the quarter.
Pinch. Spellman fakes the 3, pulls up just inside. Back iron, no good. Tap is up, no good. Another tap is no good. Waterford is winning the rebound war and the game. 16-10 Lancers at the end of 1. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Madison Bell, East Lyme, senior, volleyball, libero. Our most memorable game was probably against Fitch at Dig Pink when we won the large division because we haven't done that in a while, and we worked really hard all 4 years to get to that place. That would have to be Derek Jeter because of his work ethic and how he left everything on the field. I committed to Eastern in the summer, and that's where I'm going to be playing for my next 4 years.
Game Day is brought to you by the award-winning Submarine Car Wash and Detail Center. Located on Route 12 in Groton, they're your local experts in auto detailing. You can find a variety of those coupons on theday.com. Print and stop in today. Family First Life. Are you a current or former athlete looking to earn over $100,000 a year? Well, if the answer is yes, contact Family First Life at 860-317-1324.
All right, Casey, let's see coming out the start of the second quarter how East Lyme now attacks Waterford on both ends of the floor with Mikey Bussetto on the bench with 2 fouls.
Simeon into the ball game. They switch into his zone. They're playing a little matchup. Nice look underneath. Spellman to Yeomans.
Yeah, good look by Liam Spellman that time. Trevor Yeomans played extremely well for Coach Bassett here down the stretch.
Gandenberger with Spellman on him. Pulls up on him. No good. Side iron. High rebound by Spellman.
Tough shot that time by J.R. Gandenberger.
Back to man, it looks like. Long 3. In and out of the hands of Yeomans. That one was in the jar. Ostrowski. Zip pass underneath the Simeon. Kicks back to Leonard. Leonard, wild left-hander in the lane, no good. Simeon pulls down the rebound. On the floor, it's loose. And a great job by Yeomans to come out of the pack with Pinch. Pinch, wild runner, no good. Up ahead, Leonard's ahead of the pack. Gandenberger finds him, but he was too far under the basket. Now he needs help. We're going to get a timeout.
3-second call.
3-second call. He couldn't get the timeout in time. What a missed opportunity for East Lyme.
Yep. Luke Leonard got himself caught underneath the rim, picked up his dribble, and was in no man's land. It was a 1-on-none, and then it was a 1-on-3.
Ostrowski's on Rahman now, and we're going to get a touch foul on the perimeter against Ostrowski.
Well, there you see Omar Rahman is not afraid to take it to Dev on the perimeter. Try and get his head, shoulder square, and go to the rim. Rahman's fast. I mean, Dev's going to have to work to keep up with him.
Much more physical with the ball than Bussetto. Different kind of ball handler. He is very quick, but he's also very, very big.
And the one thing you noticed about Omar Rahman, he doesn't waste his movements. He's going to the rim. Tries with a purpose.
Pinch with a little bit of nifty ball work, loses it out of bounds. It'll stay Lancer ball.
I like guys who make a commitment to get to the rim, stick their head down, make something happen, don't waste time on the perimeter. Omar Rahman is that kid for the Lancers.
Spellman drives, wide open left-hander, can't finish. Again, though, they lose the rebound. Spellman has his pocket picked, and Leonard comes out of the pack now. He'll get it back to the center of the court.
Yeah, Luke Leonard's got to find a way to get himself going a little bit in this ball game. 2 early free throws, has been shut out since.
And we're going to get a foul on Rahman that time as he treated the Leonard screen like a linebacker treats a fullback's block.
Ran through it.
He did.
Yes, he
did. Really did. It's a statement, though. He's a physical player, and that's how he plays the game. And if there's a tougher kid than Leonard on East Lyme, I don't know. You know, that was 2 kids who just are very physical in how they play. Ostrowski pulls up just inside the foul line. Back iron, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Ostrowski comes out with it. Another one, wild shot, in and out, and they're going to get a foul as Ostrowski was hammered. An unconventional split-leg jump shot, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Dev wrestling his shot a little bit here early, Casey. His body's drifting left to right, not going straight up and down. Relax, son. Get yourself in rhythm here at the free throw line. Touch the ball, get a feel for the game, and just play basketball. Play natural. Don't force it.
He is such a good shooter that I sometimes think he settles for three-pointers when he could get to 10 feet and 10-foot jump shots when he could get to the rim. I'd like to see him challenge at the rim a little more. I said that last year, and he went and dunked it left-handed over everybody. So if he's listening, I'd like to see him challenge.
Yeah, you said wait till he's a junior, and he just threw one down Dr. J style.
Spellman with momentum, now to Rahman. Rahman looks to drive to the limb, jump step, loses the ball. We're going to get a reach-in foul as Rahman did his jump step. That's going to be on Diaz.
But again, you see Rahman that time going to the rim with a purpose. He's got players on the wings. He's committed. Like the aggressiveness. Yeah, I mean.
Every minute that Mikey Pacetto's on the bench and East Lyme doesn't cut into the deficit, that's a wasted
victory.
Minute. That's a wasted minute on the Vikings half. J.J. Brennan checking into the ball game, the junior guard. That last name's familiar. It's because his sister Mia was a standout player here for the Lancers.
She's here. She could be the best shooter in the building.
She could be the best shooter in the building. Off a screen, he's got Diaz hounding him. Goes right past Diaz. Quick into the game. Welcome to the game, young man. Follow up by Yeomans is good. Didn't waste Brennan long to get a shot.
No. Just like his dad. You have arms, we'll shoot.
Gandenberger, wide open 3. Got to knock that down, and he does.
Yeah, good look that time by J.R. Gandenberger. The drive and the kick. The guy was open on the wing. 3 for number 2.
Hanging around, down 6 now.
Hanging around.
Kick out, Brennan 3, no good. Weak side rebound. Yeomans up top, it goes to Rahman with the left hand, and we're going to get an offensive foul against Rahman, and that's going to be his second foul.
Yeah, good call that time by Dan Kalis. Rahman kind of went in there with a head of steam, a little out of control. He'll come out of the game with his second foul, so both Waterford starting guards on the bench with 2.
I don't know if he plays football, but I'd like to see him run the football, and he'd be running over the top of you.
Put him in eye back.
Oh, man. Pinch reaches in, and we're going to get a foul on Pinch, and that's going to put Ostrowski at the line as Waterford is up over the bonus. They're at their 8th team foul already.
It's free points if you can knock him down. Clock's not moving, and it's free points. Free throw.
Yeah, see how
not
long.
A foul shot.
You got to stop trying to make that a thing. That's so 2017 sports talk. We got to see how long before Mikey Pacetto comes back in the game. That's really what we're interested in right now. First one is good. Leads to 5. Closest the Vikings have been in a while. And the second one is good. Spellman's going to get back into the ball game. He's going to get Yeomans out of there. Nice work by Trevor Yeomans while he was in the game. Lead is 4. Right now, East Lyme is keeping this game points-wise at a comfortable number.
Hanging around, making plays.
Pinch, drives, scoops, no good. Sutman comes in, strong rebound, but out of bounds off of him. It will be East Lyme ball. Walked one up high and came down with it, but couldn't hold on. And East Lyme with an opportunity to cut in, and on cue, Bill Bassett going to call a timeout for Waterford.
Yeah, we talked about this game, Casey, where the pace and the tempo had to be at, and right now, it's playing into East Lyme's hands. Mikey Pacetto will check back in, try to spark this offense a little bit. Got to trust your senior guard. Won't pick up his 3rd foul in the first half, but we talked about it. East Lyme needs to play ugly basketball, try to keep this thing in the 70s, and not let Waterford run up and down the court.
Well, right now, this game's being played in the 50s, which really benefits East Lyme. Right now, East Lyme has 2 goals. One is they have to attack Pacetto and stay home, and because he's not going to go to the basket with 2 fouls. They got to stay home. If they can draw a cheapie on him, absolutely, and they got to attack him on the other end. But also, they got to keep this thing. They have 4.5 minutes left. They got to keep this thing manageable now that Mikey's back in the game. they can't let him, like you said, electrify the crowd.
Yeah, and I'd stay aggressive. I'd go right at Bisetto on the offensive end, and I'm sure Coach Bassett's going to try and protect him, maybe put him on the wing, and there he is, on the zone.
Yep. Looks like Waterford going to a matchup zone now.
Little length up top with Liam Spellman. Size in the back with Sutman and Mazzella.
Baseline, Horner to Peters, spins. Little floater off the backboard is good. Big basket and work from Jacob Peters.
Yep.
You couldn't do that against Ledyard because Trevor Hutchins was back there. That's a way to break that zone. East Lyme did not do it well. That was a nice effort.
Yeah, and a big difference staying on the floor. He's not in foul trouble. And you see Dev picking the pocket of Mikey. Got to be careful there.
Flips. Oh, Dev, from your shoelaces.
Tie ball game here. Dev Ostrowski making offense out of defense.
Bisetto to a cutting pinch. Out on the perimeter to Bisetto again. Off a screen, they double him. He splits the defense, and we're going to get a block on Horner as Mikey tried to split him. He tripped over the sophomore Horner's feet, and we'll get Simeon back into the ballgame.
9-0 run here by the Vikings has got this game tied up with 3.5 to go in the first half.
Bisetto will inbound. Trying to free up a cutter. Not much there. Swings it out. Back he gets. Pump fakes. Drives to the basket. Draws contact. Coach Bernardi wants a charge. You see him in the background there, but he's not going to get it.
You're not going to get that call right there. Peters kind of hammered him on the baseline. Bisetto aggressive. Get to the rim off an inbounds play. 2 shots.
I like that foul by Peters, though. He did not.
Yeah.
He did not stand. He did not back off. He was going to not let Bisetto score the basket. Put him at the line. But that's a physical foul that East Lyme needed. Stand their ground foul.
Yeah, not on my watch type of foul. Lunch pail foul, we couldn't call it. We're going to use that term all game to describe Peters.
Well, he keeps playing like that. I'll buy him a lunchbox. Rebound is loose. Out of bounds. Ostrowski tries to come down with it. We're going to get a foul. We're going to say step on the line. We're going to say Ostrowski was on the line. Waterford will have the ball and a 1-point lead.
Bisetto's got to be careful over there. He's got 2 fouls, and the reach-in and the grabbing and the jockeying for his position could lead to his third. Senior guard, got to use your head, got to play smart.
Bisetto gets a screen from Sutman, pulls up, tries to find a cutting Sutman, threw it behind him. And that's one of those times where Mikey needs to shoot the basketball. You had a free
Plain
look.
and simple.
Knock it down.
Yeah, knock it down. Plain and simple. The tough 2, as Mike DeMar would call it. The 12-foot jump shot.
Back in the matchup zone. Spellman up top with the length for Waterford. Pinch and Bisetto on the wings. East Lyme's going to change up how they do this. Now comes the trap from Pinch. Leonard splits it and finds a cutting Gandenberger, but they're going to get a reach-in foul on Pinch or Spellman. Either one of them, it's going to be their second foul. That one's going to be on Pinch with the push. And that's going to put Leonard at the line, and he's going to shoot 2 because that's their 10th, and Brennan's going to come back in the game for Pinch.
Yeah, 3 guards over there for Waterford right now with 2 fouls. Trouble.
All the guards, 3 guards with 2 fouls, you're right. Leonard into the teeth of Lancer Nation, knocks it down.
Luke Leonard, 3 points tonight, Casey, all from the free throw line.
Yeah, first 2 of the game, and,
yes.
and then not another one until 3 minutes left in the game. And missed some open looks. Maybe get your stroke back at the line because he didn't touch the rim on either of those 2. And hard to believe, but East Lyme's got the lead. Bisetto pulls up in Ostrowski's face. Mikey, I like it.
Mano a mano. 1-on-1, star versus star. The rise-up jump shot. Number 5 versus number 5.
Peters from the baseline with the answer. Hey, Jacob Peters, have the game of your life.
8 points tonight, Casey. Leading scorer right now for the Vikings.
Sutman knocks Peters to the ground, and we're going to get an offensive foul as Jacob Peters has come to play.
Talk about the role players, the guys stepping up, the rim protectors. Coach Bernardi talked about it after the Ledyard game. We were bullied. We were pushed around. Peters has been on the floor, and he's been very productive.
I think what you're seeing here is, like you said, styles.
Yeah.
I think Ledyard can do things to East Lyme that other teams just can't do.
Right.
And you're seeing that tonight. In the corner, Gandenberger, cross court, Leonard. Inside, Simeon on the high post. Kicks it back. Ostrowski, long three. Side of the rim, no good. Mazzella with the rebound. Basetto up ahead with the right hand. Stripped by Leonard. Leonard with 1-on-2. Brennan with the hustle strip from Leonard up behind.
Brennan's aggressive out there. He's not afraid to make plays, get himself going.
Basetto, zip pass inside to Spellman, but we're going to get a foul on the floor against Basetto before the pass, but that'll put him at the line for 1-and-1.
Foul on number 2, J.R. Gandenberger.
That foul's on Gandenberger.
Well, cheapy there by J.R. Gandenberger. Nickel dimer.
1-and-1 for Basetto. And that one hit every part of the rim, but went in.
12 points in the ball game for Mikey Basetto, leading scorer. Done it from the line, done it from the three-point arc.
Second one is true. And a 2-point lead for Waterford with 1:48 remaining. Much better ball movement by the Vikings. Simeon swings it underneath it. Peters puts the ball on the floor, gets Spellman in with something in the air and finishes.
Yeah, nice job by Jacob Peters. He's showing you a little bit of everything tonight. The little up fake, the little dipsy-do. He's delivering tonight for Coach Bernardi.
Basetto with the fancy footwork decides to dish it out. Spellman pulls up, back iron, no good. There's a hustle rebound from Brennan. He's trapped. Ball loose. Ostrowski out of the pack.
Watch out.
Showtime. Oh, basket and the foul.
Watch out. Number 5 coming down the lane on the break. To hoop, to harm, to finish.
Chance for the biggest lead of the game for East Lyme. And a second foul on Mazzella. We'll see Yeomans get back into the ball game. I'll tell you, J.J. Brennan thought he was going to be the starting 2-guard on this team this year.
Yeah.
And then Omar Rahman came to town. It changed the dynamic of the team. I love the energy that he has brought into this game. That hustle steal, good energy on the offensive end. Next year, big year for him.
Yeah, he's aggressive, Casey. He's a playmaker. He's got it in his blood, He's not afraid.
Under a minute. Yeomans, Basetto pulls up off of his screen, knocks it down.
Smooth jump shot. Mikey Basetto. Boy, he can rise up and hit it, can he? Nice rhythm and tempo.
Gandenberger and Leonard. East Lyme going to be very deliberate. Gandenberger pull-up three-pointer is good. J.R. Gandenberger has given the Vikings a 4-point lead. High screen, and Simeon jumps out on Basetto. That'll send Basetto to the line to shoot 1-and-1. As Simeon tried to jump, they're not going to get Basetto have any momentum. And that's going to put Mikey at the line. Try to cut into this improbable 4-point East Lyme lead. Feels like just a minute ago it was a 10-point Waterford lead. Since then, the Vikings have really, really had balance across the board. Basetto knocks the first one down. Whether it's Gandenberger's threes or the work underneath from Peters, the balance right now of East Lyme as Basetto makes both. It's a 2-point game, and East Lyme is going to be very comfortable taking this last shot and going into halftime no worse than ahead by a bucket. Brennan looks to trap Leonard. Swings the ball around. In the corner it goes. Gandenberger pulls up three. Back iron, no good. High in the air. Ball loose. Simeon had it, loses it, and that will take us to halftime. And East Lyme somehow has a 2-point lead at halftime here at the X. And the Sports Doctor is going to talk with head coach Jeff Bernardi. Sports Doctor.
Coach, are you happy with the toughness your team showed in the first half?
Yeah, absolutely. Our message was we've been in dogfights all year. Waterford's such a good team. They haven't experienced that. This is our 4th or 5th dogfight this year, so we're very comfortable right now.
All right, now what's the adjustment? They were in foul trouble a little bit. You stick to your game plan going in the second half.
Yeah, well, I mean, we might make a couple small things. We got to do a better job on those ball screens. But, we were really jacked up to start this game. Didn't get off to a great start. The last 10 minutes, I thought we really dictated the tempo, and we got to keep that up.
What's the message at halftime?
Keep doing what we're doing.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. All right. Toughness, Casey, brought tonight by the East Lyme Vikings here at Lancer Nation.
We are at halftime, and Lancer Nation's a bit stunned right now. They trail 32-30. You are watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Hello, I am Maya Johnson. I am from Old Lyme High School, and I play soccer, and I am a forward. Absolutely the state final game. We all worked really hard in the end, and it all paid off in the end when I scored that header goal. I would actually have to say my brother. He didn't play soccer, but he definitely played baseball, and he was really, really good, and he taught me when I was little to be active and athletic, and he's just really helped me throughout my years in high school, and he's pushed me to my limits, and he's definitely had a big effect on me with soccer. Sports-wise, I'm just gonna stay active, keep running on my own. I do Premier too, so I'm gonna be doing a travel team, and just keep playing soccer.
Welcome back to the X, the Francis X. Sweeney Fieldhouse at Waterford High School, where the East Lyme Vikings have a 2-point lead over the undefeated Waterford Lancers. The Sports Doctor's got our halftime interview. Take it away, Sports Doctor.
Well, Dave Souza, Waterford High School AD, 25 years ago, Dave and I met at UConn basketball camp, and I was his assistant coach at Bacon Academy. Dave, you have announced this year is your last year here as athletic director at Waterford. How did you know the time was right?
I've had a good run. I was a head coach here for 10 years in football. I did 20 years at Bacon. I did 12 here. That's a good long time to be involved with kids and coaching and so forth.
Right. Now talk about the run, Dave. You've seen a lot of special athletes, a lot of special kids. How special was it, coaching your son maybe on the football field and seeing him grow and mature as a young man?
I was fortunate. I started coaching in football here, head coach, and then in my last 4 years, my oldest son came through, and we had a great bond, and we had a great year. We were undefeated that senior year, and it was a nice way for me to end football.
Yeah.
So maybe this basketball team will keep it going.
What made it special, Dave, for all those years? Coaching, athletic director. What made it so special for you personally?
Well, it's very seldom can you actually get to coach your son.
Yes.
At a high level.
Right.
Most people, they do it in youth and that kind of stuff. But I got to come every day and see my son and work with him and make him better and work his friends. He had 18 of his friends on that team. Yeah. So I knew them all. I knew them since they were little kids.
How about some of the kids that have passed through here, and some of the coaches along the way? I'm sure you got a lot of great things to say about a lot of people.
I've been fortunate. We've been very successful here at Waterford, and the reason we've had tremendous athletes, of course, and great parents, but we've had great coaches. Yeah. They do a super job day in and day out. They work hard, and we're competitive. If you look at our banners up here, we just don't just come. We come to play hard, and they do a nice job.
What's next for you? What's next for you personally? Maybe the golf course? Will I see you back at Planet Fitness, getting back into shape a little bit?
I'll be at Planet Fitness. As you can see, I need to work a little harder, but I plan to hit the golf ball a little bit more. Wait till my wife retires, and then we'll have some travel and so forth.
What's funny is, Coach and I used to ride the bus together when we coached at Bacon Academy, and I used to love it. I love the bus rides, and I'm sure high school coaches and yourself in general can't stand them, and that's why you came off the sidelines and became an AD.
To be honest with you, that last year with basketball where I had 20 cheerleaders, 20 basketball players, 4 or 5 coaches, and getting home at 10:30, maybe after getting beat on a Tuesday night, that got to be long.
Right, coaches still kind of moaning and groaning about all the technical fouls I got to on the sidelines. But Dave, it's been a tremendous run for you. You should be extremely proud of what you've done here in Waterford and go way back to your days of coaching football with Mike Emery. I'm sure you'll have time to reflect on at the end of the year, but this is very special.
You know what? It's very seldom can you come home and get to be the AD at your own high school, where I went back in '74. I guess that was a couple of years ago. And to be able to finish here was really special for me.
All right, good stuff. Dave, listen, Casey, I'm going to see Dave Souza on the golf course very soon. Mark my words. Congratulations, Dave.
All right, Sports Doctor, we're at halftime here at the X. Lancer Nation a little surprised. They're down 32-30 to the East Lyme Vikings. We'll bring the Sports Doctor back and set up the second half on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Go.
With music and football, my role is more than just me.
Go.
Because of that, it's my responsibility, not only to myself, but to my teammates, to perform at the highest level.
Go.
If you're in an orchestra or band and you have a part, it's your job to play it not only well, but amazing. Like, you have to be perfect.
Go.
It's really the responsibility that I have to my teammates that pushes me to really excel, I guess, in both areas. And don't get me wrong, there's definitely a piece that I enjoy of it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing it.
Go.
No, I wouldn't consider it an average trade for any of my players, to be honest with you. I heard he was unbelievable in music, and for a minute there I just didn't know if that's true or not, because I've never seen that in all my years of coaching. There's no joke, the myth was true.
Go.
I do think that creativity is a gift, but with that gift, my belief is that, yeah, you can be given something, but if you don't make use of it, then it's pointless. I do believe creativity is a gift, but I also think that if I didn't continue to do that and continue to play music or continue to, I guess, lead the football team or continue to reach out to people, that would be not only changing myself, but the people around me, and I would be not hitting God's purpose for my life.
Game Day is brought to you by Family First Life. Family First Life can meet all your life insurance needs. Contact them for a free quote at 860-317-1324. So, Sports Doctor, 2-point lead for the Vikings, and here's the stat of the first half. When Omar Rahman and Mike Bassetto were on the floor at the same time, 15-6, Waterford. When either of them were off the floor, 26-15, East Lyme.
Big numbers, big swings in either way, Casey. And they're the star players for the Lancers. They carry the load. And never mind one of them out, but when both of them out at the same time, makes things very challenging for Coach Bassett and the Lancer team.
On the other side of things, I think East Lyme's success can be summed up in 2 words. Jacob Peters. We saw him be a non-factor against Ledyard, in part because Trevor Hutchins was playing at a level I don't think Peters was quite prepared for. We talked about styles tonight. As good as Walker Sutman is, Peters is not nearly as gun-shy about Sutman as he was about Hutchins.
Yeah, and he's kept himself out of foul trouble. And on the court, we talked about this about, being productive and staying productive. He's making the most out of his minutes, Casey, whether it's a putback, a rebound, a defensive stand. I mean, he's leading the way right now. He's the second leading scorer right now for East Lyme with 10 points in the ballgame.
And all of those points came very confidently. We saw him knock down a 10-foot baseline jump shot along with the putbacks. Much more comfortable is Peters. And I think Coach Bernardi said it. They're not intimidated the way they seem to be in that Ledyard game.
Now, I'd be more comfortable on the floor, too, if Trevor Hutchins wasn't out there.
Alumni in the crowd, Jeff Evans, one of the Waterford greats. He's been in these battles before.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about these nights, Sports Doctor. It's all about the alumni.
Connor Lewis out there, a baseball player, basketball player. Nolan Long out there, another Waterford celebrity. State championship here, correct?
That's right. The entire Ledyard basketball team is here. New London's basketball team is here. And Lancer Nation is ready to turn it up. There you see Nieves and our man Max Ebden.
It's good to see Max Ebden up on 2 feet.
Yeah, standing up. That's the way to be. Kenny Turner's in the crowd. So they're all ready to go here tonight. Lancer Nation ready to tune it up. We're seconds away from the second half. What does East Lyme need to do in the opening part? Because Waterford's going to come out with a lot of emotion. What do they need to do in the opening part of the second half?
Take the punch. They need to take a punch because it's coming. You've got a big, the Waterford's chomping at the bit. Take a punch, play solid defense, Casey. Do the little things that made them successful in the first half. hit the boards, play defense, and don't lose track of Bisetto and Roman. Oh, and George, one of the 1,500 people here tonight at the X. I love his hairdo, too,
Sold out here
love
at the
hairdo.
X. Yeah, I wish I had hair like that. I wish I had
you
hair
used
like
to.
anyone. I wish I had hair like anyone, though.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
I had a mullet back in the day.
That does not surprise me at all, and I
Yeah.
think those of you that know the sports doctor would not be surprised. That some probably want to know when the man bun is coming.
Nothing wrong with a good mullet.
Gandenberger to inbound for the Vikings. He gets it up to Ostrowski, and here we go in the second half. Ostrowski crosses over, kicks in the corner. Gandenberger, spot up three, is good. J.R. Gandenberger starts the second half with a three from the corner.
Driving the kick and a dive to the corner by Gandenberger, and then you see Peters, again, lunch pail, bringing it.
Ostrowski, Gandenberger, give it to the hot guy, three-pointer, got it! J.R. Gandenberger's feeling it.
Never mind East Lyme taking the punch. How about they give the punch to start the second half?
Waterford in a spot they have not been in this year. They're down 8 in the second half.
I mean, obviously, Coach Bernardi talked about spacing on the floor.
Bisetto misses the three. Leonard comes out of the pack. Give it back to Gandenberger. Now, nice job that time by Sutman.
Tough pass, cross court.
Ostrowski wants a three. That one's no good, and Spellman rebounds.
He's still drifting a little bit in his jump shot. He's not going straight up and down with it.
Oh, Bisetto got hammered. No foul. Tied up on the floor. Possession arrow is going to favor Waterford, but Bisetto got hammered that time. They said he drew the contact, so a little surprise there. No whistle.
No whistle, no blood, no foul.
Bisetto to inbound. Looks for a cutter, instead goes up top to Rahman. Rahman drives. Little layup is good. Omar Rahman with a nice finish, and he's in J.R. Gandenberger's ear.
Yeah, a little JoJo White there by Omar Rahman. Rest in peace, JoJo White. Great move. I like the style and the pizzazz.
Then now they got Rahman out on Ostrowski, and now we're going to see Ostrowski drive to the basket, pull up jumper, back iron. That's two very ugly shots out of the half for Ostrowski.
Yeah, not smooth on his jump shot, feet out of sorts.
Oh, and Peters put Bisetto's shot into Lancer Nation. Jacob Peters, 55 Matumbo style into Lancer Nation. Nice cut. Rahman with a finish on a great look from Bisetto. Take that. 4 points. 2 quick baskets. And we're going to get Greg Keith wants to have a conversation.
Delay game, I think, on number 5.
He says it with a smile, too. Like come on, Mikey.
Hey, delay game. Delay game warning on Waterford.
Play clock got down to 0. They should have called the timeout.
Yeah, talk about Dev on the offensive end for a minute. He is drifting on his jump shots, Casey. Not going straight up and down.
Oh, I like the stutter step. Left hand, can't finish. Strong rebound, Mazzella. I like Ostrowski's effort that time to get to the basket. That's what we need to see more of. Mikey on the other side feeds Rahman. One extra step. Turnover goes to the Vikings.
Rahman's got one speed out there. Gets the ball, and he heads to the rim.
It's good basketball right there.
Yeah, no wasted movements.
Leonard behind the back, pulls up from the foul line. Front rim, no good. Strong rebound, Spellman. That was a good look. Leonard's got to knock it down. Other end, Bisetto pushes, stutter steps. Floater in the lane is good. Silky smooth from Mikey.
19 points unofficially right now for Bisetto, leading scorer in the ball game. Talked about him possibly getting about 25, 30.
Leonard all the way to the basket, tries to draw contact, no call. As Sutman went straight up, Bisetto on the other end finds a zip pass to Rahman for the finish. 8-0 run, and we're tied up.
Crowd's back in it.
Ostrowski gets a screen.
Double
Goes
screen.
left hand, pulls it up inside, short. Right now, Dev's not feeling it. You got to get the ball in Gandenberger's hands right now. Up ahead, Bisetto to Sutman. Out to Rahman. Swing. Bisetto drives. Right-hander's good. And the Lancers are back on top too, and Coach Bernardi wants to talk about it.
Good timeout. They've been struggling in the half-court set on the offensive end the last 3 or 4 trips, Casey. And right now, Dev is in no rhythm, and he's forcing his jump shot.
I mean, to sum it up, Dev's missed his last 4 shots. Mikey's made his last 4 shots. There's your run right there. Dev's got looks, but just hasn't knocked it down. Looks uncomfortable in these jump shots.
Came out to start the second half, and what they were doing is finding Gandenberger in the corner, and he was knocking him down. Lancerville is fired up tonight.
Lancer Nation is ready to go. Now, those kids have exams tomorrow. Clearly, all the studying has been done. Lancer Nation was ready for tonight's game because you circled this one on the calendar a long time ago.
Exams, good old days.
Did they have exams at Wheeler?
Yeah, a couple. IQ tests, exams.
Sports doctor was a known, you were an exam helper? Did you sit out there at the little table? Exam.
I needed help, all right.
Ostrowski, Raman's on him, high screen.
See Gandenberger dive into the corner, Casey, looking for that feed.
Leonard. Nothing there, and it'll reset with Ostrowski.
Good job by Bisetto that time, following Gandenberger on D.
That time, Ostrowski, another good look. Can't knock it down, and we're going to get a foul. Looks like Leonard going to the basket for the rebound.
And get Peters that time for the reach-in.
Foul on number 55.
It was a good open look that time by Dev. Got to knock that down.
Clean look. That's the shot you want. Your star rising up from about 10 feet. Body's drifted on his jump shot tonight. He is out of rhythm, folks. It happens. Happens to be on the golf course every once in a while, too.
Mikey in the corner. Raman crosses over Leonard. Kicks it out. Spellman fakes the 3. A little slide step. That's a travel.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to credit Luke Leonard for that turnover. He played great defense that time, staying in front of Raman. Raman tried to shake him with the crossover. Luke wasn't having any part of that. Good on-the-ball, stay-at-home defense by number 24.
You know, everything we've seen Raman do has been with purpose, goes to the basket. That was a lot of nothing. You know, a lot of movement with no real result. Leonard, Spellman got it from behind. Up ahead to Sutman. Sutman one-on-one with Peters. And they're going to call the foul on the ground against Peters, and that's his 3rd. He's picked up 2 quick fouls, and Sutman will shoot 2.
That's a play on. Let it go. You know, Spellman or Sutman and Peters had ran through the rim. They were both out of bounds.
Sutman at the line. And that one didn't touch any grass. That's going to make a little Walker angry.
And he was part of game day? He doesn't look like a leprechaun out there, doesn't he?
Hey, he'll steal your lucky charms. Walker looking like an angry leprechaun.
Be productive, Walker. Come on.
But like the guy says, you got to get to the line and calmly knock him down. That's a break right there.
That's a brick.
That's that too. You're tough on the young stat guru.
He knows that, though. I mean, he knows we're buddies.
Tell you right now, what you wouldn't want to do is get in the box with Walk on the Hill. He'd go 92 right up on the end of the sports doc.
I'd have to bring my heavy hitter drink with me.
I'll tell you what, so I've saw you swing the bat. I've seen you swing the bat, sports doctor.
I'll have to bring the drink with me, too.
It's going to take more than that. Foul that time.
Walker may be a little more athletic at this point in his career than the sports doctor.
I would agree. Gandenberger with the basketball. He was hot early, but hasn't had a shot. Now Ostrowski spots up 3. Got it!
Good look, Casey. Straight up and down. Great release on the shot by Dev.
On the line, that's a 2. Bisetto, shake, bake, 3. Good!
Oh, boy, he's good. You know what? It just seems like whenever Dev hits one, Mikey says, I can do better. It's a duel.
Doesn't lack confidence, I can tell you that. Ostrowski wants to pull up. Goes around on the screen, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Simeon, I believe.
Yeah, it's a double screen that time by East Lyme. Trying to free up Dev on the top of the circle. Simeon got a little too rambunctious setting that screen.
Mikey is going to try to drain a 3 right now because that's what he sees dagger right now. Up 3, watch him come off the screen. He's going to try to do something special. Zips it to Sutman, puts it on the floor, cuts to the basket. Basket is good, and the foul. And Walk says, take that, sports doctor. I'll be productive.
Walker Sutman. He's been one of the special ones to watch over the last 3 or 4 years here at Waterford, Casey. Not only in the basketball court, but I don't know if you know this or not, kid's a pretty good baseball player as well.
I believe I just mentioned him shoving a 90-mile-an-hour fastball into your chin.
Yeah.
And he knocked down that one, and now we got just like that, a 6-point lead for Waterford.
Great job by Waterford, extending the defense, not letting Dev get free up on top of the circle. 16-2 run here by the Lancers. Casey had them up 6.
Gannenberger with a floater, no good. Out of the pack comes Bassetto. Zip pass to Sutman. Strong to the basket, can't finish. And Leonard comes out of the pack.
No numbers. Slow down.
Gets it to Gannenberger. Long 3. Oh, my! Number 2 for 3. Other end, Leonard comes out of it. 2-on-2, gets it to Ostrowski.
Nice pass.
Back to Leonard, to a cutting Horner in the lane, is good.
And look at this, Casey. The lunch pails have gotten East Lyme back in his ballgame. Little 5-0 run themselves. 4 3-pointers in the game for J.R. Gannenberger. Talk about the missing piece. Who's going to step up and knock some shots down? J.R. says, I got your back, coach.
Well, he just got a foul that time, reaching in on Spellman. That's his second foul. Team's 5th. 5 fouls for East Lyme here in the second half. Only 1 for Waterford. Kind of a reverse of what we saw in the first half. Double screen by East Lyme. Mikey pulls up instead, kicks it to Rahman. That was Dev, great help defense. Rahman with a floater. No good. Everyone's crashing. Spellman, Bassetto, front rim. Sutman with a strong rebound.
Attaboy, walk.
And this is bad right now. We got Rahman on the floor. I think he rolled the ankle. That's no good. And with Peters out of the ball game, East Lyme really undersized and struggling to rebound.
Yeah, that's a good point. Horner trying to shoulder the load a little bit. Waterford with a couple of, second chance opportunities on the offensive end. Good work being done by Walker Sutman and by Liam Spellman.
Now, while they work on Omar Rahman, 46-45, Waterford with the 1-point lead on a back-and-forth game here. We have seen both teams go on run after run. Mikey Bassetto takes it on his back once in a while, but East Lyme, it's really been about Peters in the first half, Gannenberger in the second half to offset Dev Ostrowski, and it kept them in the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that there's a little 10-0 run by Dev Ostrowski in him. He is just missing his shots to the left and to the right. Jump shooter's got to go straight up and down. He is drifting, Casey, which is causing him to miss.
Yeah, I think that's a really good observation, Sports Doctor. Dev did not seem as comfortable in his shots. And there's a obviously in pain Omar Rahman heading to the bench for Waterford, so Eric Pinch is going to have to come up with some minutes here like he did in the first half.
Yeah, coach has got a lot of trust in his star, though, Casey, in number 5. Keep shooting it. They're going to fall. Stay, moving forward. Stay productive. Keep encouraging him to shoot, because the last thing you want to see him is not shoot the basketball.
Well, let's see how Jeff Bernardi alters his defense now to key on Bassetto. Ostrowski's on Bassetto. They jump the route. Bassetto kicks it in the corner. Pinch doesn't want to shoot it quite as much as his brother did.
They are hedging every screen when Bassetto's running that on the high post.
Simeon grabs the rebound, tied up by Yeomans. Possession arrow favors East Lyme, but good hustle play that time by Yeomans to tie him up.
The senior's not afraid to mix it up a little bit.
Very undersized East Lyme team right now with Peters on the bench. Ostrowski to Leonard, running a little weave, all the way to the basket. Horner on an offensive foul and the rejection. Sutman blocked the shot, and Yeomans took the charge. Double trouble.
The swat by Walker Sutman.
What was I talking about? You're a very handsome man. Go get him, Walk.
4th personal foul that time on Horner. Could be a little bit of a play on after the block is made.
We're going to see Dave Strobel into the ball game. So with 31 seconds remaining, they're not going to let Peters get his fourth foul. He comes out of the game. And if it's possible, East Lyme's even more undersized right now with Strobel in the game. Biggest player on the floor might be Ostrowski.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, Mikey with a little razzle-dazzle, pull up, in and out. Rebound by Strobel, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
Dave Strobel says, okay, no problem, coach. I'll pick you up, and then we'll do a little offense-defense switch right now as Peters will check in.
And Strobel will come out. I'd say that's about as productive a 30 seconds as you could have asked for from Strobel. Come in the game, grab a rebound. Now the Vikings can set up for a last shot.
Yeah, nice job by Coach Bernardi protecting his player. Didn't want to pick up his cheap fourth foul going into the fourth quarter.
See, Gannenberger goes right down into the corner. Bassetto immediately aware of where he is. Back to the matchup zone. Spellman on Leonard.
Look for the high screen here to free up Dev. A little grab by Pinch, trying to slow down Ostrowski.
Dev's got it, under 5. Looking for a screen. This is going to be a long three-pointer by Ostrowski. Pulls up from the parking lot. Short rim, and we are at the end of 3. And the Waterford High School Lancers with a 1-point lead over the East Lyme Vikings. All right, Lancer Nation's ready to go, Sports Doctor. We're ready to start fourth quarter action. Game day brought to you by Family First Life. Family First Life is a team environment, hiring many current and former athletes because they understand competitiveness and teamwork. If you're looking for part-time or full-time work, apply online at familyfirstlife.com. 1-point game going into the fourth quarter, Sports Doctor. Recipe for a classic.
Yeah, it's a winning time right now. If you're both teams, Waterford has not had a close game all year long, Casey. Said their closest game was a 20-point win against Legend. Well, you're in a dogfight now, Lancer Nation. And for East Lyme, these are the games that they're going to have to find a way to win to be a contender in the league. Down by 1, on the road, in the fourth quarter. This game, Casey, is a coin toss either way.
There's the two pre-stars of the game, Bassetto and Ostrowski. Mikey kicks it in the corner. Gannenberger hounds Spellman. Zip pass underneath. Yeomans banks it in.
Yeomans for 2. The kiss off the glass. Trevor Yeomans, 6 points off the bench for the Lancers.
There's been a Yeomans playing at Waterford for about 30 years, it feels like. The latest knocks it down, gives the Lancers a 3-point lead and a turnover on the other side.
You see that exasperated look by Coach Jeff Bernardi. He is now behind his bench, eyeing out the referees, checking things out. Hands on his hips.
And he will
giving the
inbound.
stare to Dan Kalis over there. Isn't he a little evil eye? Pretty intense.
They're going to send Bassetto off the ball now. They're going to have Pinch run the point, try to free Mikey up in the corner. Ostrowski knocks it out of bounds.
Dev that time playing some off-the-ball defense, kind of shadowing Mikey a little bit, jumping in the passing lanes, Casey, trying to create a turnover.
Bassetto will inbound right in front of his bench. Off the back of Ostrowski, pull up 3. Oh, that would have brought the house down. Instead, it'll be East Lyme basketball. Mikey took a page out of the NBA. They did it off of Chris Dunn the other day. This time it was off the back of Ostrowski, and he had that 3. We see Omar Rahman trying to work out the ankle. He wants back in this thing like you know he does. Leonard running the point now. Had Ostrowski cutting.
Got to pull a trigger on that shot. Leonard gets a look like that, and defensive sags off him. He's got to pull it.
3 ball from the corner, no good. Rebound, Simeon kicks out. Ostrowski, long 3, front rim, no good. Peters pulls it down. Nowhere to go, gives it back to Ostrowski. He had Gannenberger.
Take him to the rim, Dev.
Ostrowski all the way to the rim, no foul. Leonard comes up with it. Underneath the Simeon, up top Peters. And the rim, no good. Ostrowski tips. Simeon ripped away by Yeomans. Yeomans work from the senior.
scrum out there right now.
In the corner, pinch, wide open three, short. Simeon with the rebound. He's fouled over the back. Back and forth with nothing happening.
A little frustration right now by the Vikings. 3, 4, 5 looks on the same trip. Can't get the basket to fall. Just keep working. Stay patient. Boy, Ostrowski's not afraid to shoot the ball from Supreme Pizza, isn't he?
He shot that one from about as far out as you could probably do without it looking like it's a, three-quarter shot. Gannenberger finds Ostrowski. Back to Gannenberger. That's the guy. Instead, cutting Leonard. Peters. And he's fouled by Spellman. Spellman doesn't think so. I like this set, though, from East Lyme. Run in motion.
Yeah, and maybe one too many passes the last couple trips for East Lyme as they had looks at the rim.
All it need to know is the crowd. They're the ones that told you. Omar Rahman back into the ball game for Waterford. Up top, Leonard. Hounded. Lancers turning up the defensive pressure.
Yeah, a couple times Luke Leonard tonight's got himself in trouble by picking up his dribble. Keep your dribble alive, make something happen out there. Coach Bernardi barking out a play. Spread the floor, find a guy in the corner.
Rahman on Gannenberger. And a bad pass by Gannenberger to Ostrowski.
I think some bad spacing right now, a little confusion on the half-court set for East Lyme. Couple of wasted trips, Casey, for the Vikings.
Now here's a lineup that's interesting for Waterford with Yeomans and Mazzella and Pinch into the game. This is the smallest Waterford lineup you're going to see.
No Spellman, no Sutman.
Pacetto to the basket, no foul. As he drew contact, they said he was straight up with Gannenberger. Ostrowski on the other end blows by and drains the jumper. Went right by Rahman on that ankle.
Yeah, I like the shot there by Dev, too. That 12-footer, right from the elbow, rise up and knock it down.
Pacetto splits, trapped, and he loses the ball, but they're going to get a foul on the floor. It looks like they're going to get Simeon.
Yeah, they'll put Waterford in a one-on-one situation.
That's free points. Free points for Pacetto at the line.
Mikey's getting pushed around a little bit here in this fourth quarter.
I think the word is going to be physical with him. I think that's going to be the word, around the state. Yeah. Be physical with him, make him. And I'll tell you, trap him and be physical on those traps because he's going to try to split you. First one, no good. In and out. And Simeon pulls the rebound down. These games right here, these are two teams both vying for a state championship. So these teams act as scouting reports for the rest of the state. Oh, Dev with a floater. Pretty.
I like it. Just keep shooting it, son. They're going to go down for you. The rise up. NBN. Nothing but nylon. Dev Ostrowski.
Vikings back up one. Rahman. Pull up. Got it. Oh, my. Omar. Ostrowski all the way to the basket, stripped by Rahman. Ahead to Pinch. Leonard fouls him from behind on the floor.
Feet got tangled up there a little bit. Luke Leonard running with Pinch. Be a non-shooting situation. Greg Keith says 1-1. Please do not knock Greg Keith's officiating because you may have him for one of your games soon.
He did a great job with the fifth graders, and I'll tell you right now, officiating fifth grade basketball is like trying to wrestle a greased pig. You could call a foul you could call literally every single thing on every single play.
What's more challenging, coaching it or reffing it?
Oh, reffing it by far, because coaching it I can just sit down. That's going to be a two-shot. They're going to put him at the line to shoot two. They're going to put Pinch at the line. They're going to say he's shooting. And actually, no, so clearly the officials didn't confirm that with the players. The players were treating it like it was 1-1. Pinch missed the first, but that's a two-shot foul.
Oh, was Pinch shooting the basketball?
I don't think so, but
all right.
He did throw it up to the rim, so that was smart by him.
Now there's some confusion.
So it should be the second half of the shot now.
I got Mike tomorrow trying to figure things out a little bit here. I'm a little confused. I did not think that was a shooting foul.
Originally they called it 1-1. They changed it to 2. All right,
Okay,
we got
so we had a
confirmation.
1-1 and a lane violation on Gandenberger.
And so now Pinch knocks it down, and
Right.
he'll get the bonus. So here we go. We all it took was 2 athletic directors and a sports reporter. We got it nailed down. One more for Pinch. That one's in and out, no good. And a 2-point Waterford lead. Rahman physical with Ostrowski. They want him to use his left hand. Goes through the legs. Peters comes up with it. He's rejected by Yeomans. Saves it, and it'll be Waterford basketball. Big block by Yeomans.
Seniors played well in this ball game. Has done a lot of different things for the Lancers.
Basetto drives. Blocked by Peters. Gandenberger comes out of the pack. No foul. Basetto wanted one. Gandenberger, spot up 3, in and out. Leonard, 3-ball. Got it! Luke Leonard puts the Vikings up 1.
Use the force, Luke. First field goal of the ball game.
A strip steal by Gandenberger, and they're going to get Rahman with a foul on the floor.
50-50 balls here, Casey, in the fourth quarter. Last 4 minutes of the game. It's winning time right now. The last couple trips, East Lyme just a little more aggressive and winning the 50-50 battle.
Luke Leonard telling Lancer Nation, bring it, let's go. Crowd is into it on both sides.
Great ball game here. Great atmosphere, great ball game.
Pinch guarding Leonard. Ostrowski has Basetto. Goes off the screen. Gandenberger from the corner, wide open. Oh, how did that go down? Leonard with the rebound, and he calls a timeout. Gandenberger had that one 3/4 of the way down.
Clean look that time by JR. He's got 4 3-pointers in the game, all from the corner. Good clean look. I like the drive, the kick. Just got to execute and knock it down.
A good timeout from Leonard. He was tied up down there. You don't want to turn possession over. That's a good timeout.
Right, and you see what happens when East Lyme has some good spacing, Casey, on the offensive end of the floor. They get clean looks. When they're all jammed up together, very tough for them to get clean looks at the basket.
I'm not knocking Waterford, especially with Sutman and Spellman on the bench. But in the game against Ledyard, if you missed that 3-pointer, you weren't getting a second shot at it.
Right.
Peters grabs that rebound. Leonard grabs those rebounds. They couldn't rebound against Ledyard because of the one-man wrecking crew that was Trevor Hutchins.
Yeah, and with that said, Coach Bassett's going to, you see Walker Sutman and Leon Spellman back in the game on cue. Coach must have read your mind. That's why you're a coach.
Yeah.
That's why you're there. That's why you're coaching that. Colchester basketball is on the rise, Casey.
That's right. They're on the rise. We made the point that that was the smallest Waterford lineup you could have. Now they're big again with Rahman, Spellman, Sutman back in the ballgame.
Big with a little bit of muscle out there as well with Walk.
Oh, wide open under the basket. Horner back into the game. Great inbound play by Coach Jeff Bernardi.
Good set play. Got to protect the rim. Waterford fell asleep.
Pinch drives baseline, gets trapped, finds Sutman. Sutman goes hard to the basket, and he's going to draw the foul. I think Walker got away with one right there, but he draws the 4th foul on Peters. That's huge with 3 minutes to go.
Peters has got to just kind of lay off Walker Sutman a little bit. He's not going to, listen, if he hits the jump shot from 8 feet, so be it. But you got to kind of play off him a little, get a feel for him a little bit. Tough foul for Peters. East Lyme needs Peters on the floor, Casey, for the last 2:56 of this game.
You also got to recognize Sutman's a lefty.
Yeah.
He goes left every single time.
Yeah.
He's athletic, but if you just step out and stay put, he's not going to be able to go the other way.
Challenge him to shoot the jump shot. Don't let him get to the rim.
Walker knocks them both down, cuts the lead to 1.
Crunch time, Dev time, number 5 time.
Goes right by Rahman, drives, dipsy-do. Oh, Dev! East Lyme up 3.
On cue, Sports Doctor says Dev time. Let's go to work, son.
Mikey, shake and bake, and 1! Anything you can do, I can do better.
It's trouble there for East Lyme because we just talked about Peters staying on the floor, and I believe he's picked up his 5th foul.
Mikey gets to the rim, draws the 5th foul on Peters. double whammy, chance to tie the game. Sports Doctor, are you ready? Are you ready to get on the seesaw? Because that's what it's about to become right here. Back and forth at the X.
A little bit of a roller coaster ride. Who does Coach Bernardi call on the last 2.5 minutes of this game to fill the gap from Peters? Played a great ball game. Simeon's going to check in. He's a little bit smaller than Peters, but he has a little more athleticism and a little toughness as well.
Well, he's not the scorer or the threat to score.
No.
But here's the thing. Horner's got 4, too.
Yeah.
If Horner comes out of the game, they have no size. There's no size there at all, and they're going to have to change their approach. But Mikey that time, remember we talked earlier that he takes things personally. That was being taken personally. And right now, we've got ourselves a brand new ball game with 2.5 to go.
The hype, the billing has lived up to the hype. We've got a barn burner here at the X.
Ostrowski and Horner.
Again, it's winning time. I'm looking for number 5 to get a touch every single time down the floor.
Leonard spins and drains it. What a nice move by the little guy.
The Batman and Robin.
Basetto splits, kicks to a cutting Spellman, and we're going to get a foul. Coach Bernardi can't believe it. Leonard can't believe it. Coach Bernardi animated, hands in the air. And he's exasperated.
You know, Jeff Bernardi may be the best dressed coach in the ECC now. Is he taking over for Dave Cornish?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, he looks like he should be doing investment counseling for some hedge fund in New Canaan. Look at him. Look at the socks, too.
Yeah,
he's got the socks.
Yeah, he is.
That's the key right there.
Got it going.
Spellman misses the first, knocks down the second one, brings Waterford within a point, and we are under 2 minutes.
How long is it going to take for Dave Cornish to get back to me and say, what do you mean I'm not the best dressed coach in the league?
Yeah, he's taking it serious this year. He said he's going to be very, very subdued.
Yeah.
Ostrowski on Rahman. Crosses him over. Spins. Drives. Kicks. Leonard. 3 from the corner. In and out. Rebound. Spellman. That ball was down.
That's a great set by the Vikings. The ball just didn't drop.
Oh, Leonard with a steal. He jumped Rahman going to his right. And with a 1-point lead, they'll take some air out.
Yep.
Ostrowski.
Drive and kick to the corner.
They're going to get a foul, and Ostrowski's going to shoot 2 with 1:23 remaining and a 1-point lead.
Yeah, nice job that time by Dev, but it looks like East Lyme is committed to spreading the floor, get a driver down the middle, and then kick to the corner. You've got Luke Leonard just hit a 3. Gandenberger's made 4 in this ball game already. I like the offensive set the last 2 or 3 trips by the Vikings.
Shooting 2, you gotta. I give him so much credit. All these kids, right now you're exhausted. He's been working hard on defense. He's playing Basetto.
17 years old.
Yeah, but they're making him work extra hard on offense. He's playing Basetto on defense. He just got hammered, and he stepped up and knocked 2 down like it's nothing.
Nothing but net. That's what it was. Nothing but nylon.
3-point game. Look for Basetto to make a play. Gets a screen. Pulls up from downtown. Back rim, and the rebound from Simeon.
Big rebound there by Simeon. He just came into the game for Peters. Big rebound for number 21. One and done for the Lancers. Again, spread the floor. Drive and kick to your shooters. Gandenberger.
And we're going to get a carry. A carry against Ostrowski with 56 seconds remaining.
Wow, that's a tough call to make right there in a big spot under a minute to go. Wow. All right. You wanted it, you got it. 1 possession game with under a minute to go.
Well, let's go back to what we said. Recipe for a classic. You take 2 rivals.
Yeah.
Good teams.
Tremendous.
Star players.
Yes.
Basetto lived up to the hype. Ostrowski, leading scorer. You mix in a hostile crowd, and it's the recipe for a classic. Here we are, under a minute, 1 possession game. Waterford trailing for the first time in a second half the entire season.
Yeah, we talked about pace and tempo going into the game and where this game needed to be played for East Lyme to have a shot. 80s for Waterford, no shot. 60s, 70s, Vikings are right in the ball game. Listen, East Lyme has played a heck of a ball game on a defensive end.
Now, Coach Bernardi made the point to you at halftime.
Yeah.
They've been in these kinds of games all year long. Waterford has not. The last time Waterford was in a game this close, they lost. So this is
that was last year against Waterford.
Yes, it was.
State tournament game.
That's
I'm sorry.
right. So right now, East Lyme reaching down deep. Waterford, first chance to step up in a tight spot.
J.J. Brennan on the floor right now for Coach Bassett. Maybe a little offensive firepower.
Up top, Spellman, Rahman. Back to Spellman, Simeon, Brennan. 42 seconds. Bassetto comes off a screen. Hounded. Ball's loose. Ostrowski comes out of the pack. They're doubling him. And we're going to get a reach-in foul on Bassetto. And Ostrowski's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot 1 and 1.
I think Dev's taking this personally a little bit now. He's not going to give up the basketball. He's the team's best free throw shooter, Casey. Keep himself under composure and get to the line.
Third foul on Bassetto.
These are 2 big free throws right here. It's a 1 and 1, I'm sorry.
Knocks down the first one. 2-possession game.
Dev's hit his last 3 from the line, Casey.
East Lyme's starting to feel it right now. The players are getting excited. Chance to do something special against the 9-0 Waterford Lancers. Bassetto pulls up, double clutch, backboard, no good. Rebound loose, back up top, Rahman for 3. Got it!
Wow!
And a timeout by Bill Bassett as Omar Rahman has cut the lead to 2 with 17 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
Ice in his veins that time. Omar Rahman. Deep 3. I like it, Casey. I like the aggressiveness. Quick shot by Bassetto, double team. Little fight for the offensive rebound. Rahman gets it. Whoa. Pulling the trigger, my man.
Got to pressure the basketball now, coming on the inbound. Look for a steal. East Lyme wants to get the ball. They got 3 very good free throw shooters on the floor right now in Gandenberger, Leonard, and Ostrowski. So you want to get the ball in one of their hands.
Right, and if you're Waterford right now, you're probably going to trap initially. If you don't get the steal off the initial trap, then you got to look to foul. You can't let this thing go under 10 seconds without fouling.
You're going to put someone like Spellman on the basketball, someone long?
Yep, going to harass him a little bit.
Now, what's more important here? To have someone like Spellman on the ball or someone like Spellman in a trap position on the floor?
Both, if he could dial it up. But I think if Liam could get on the ball and then fall back into the trap, that's your best recipe for success. They're going to go straight man. Waterford looks like they're going to go straight man off the inbounds.
Yep. Horner's going to inbound. They're going to run Leonard off the screen. Gandenberger's open for it, and we're going to get a 5-second call.
Wow, is that quick?
That's two calls
quick.
down the stretch. A carry and a 5-second call, and Waterford has a chance. They could take the lead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow.
Bassetto inbounds, lobs up top to Spellman. Back to Bassetto. No, instead, open, pinch, 3. No good. Simeon on the floor. And we're going to get a foul. A foul against Spellman. And with 8 seconds remaining, we're going to send Brent Simeon to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Yeah, you see Luke Leonard out there telling him relax, calm down. You're okay. Just like in practice.
That was a great look from Pinch, and it was on target, rattled out.
Big spot here for Simeon. Senior forward coming late for Peters.
Shooting it right into the face of his fan base. Conley knocks the first one down.
NBN, nothing but nylon.
He is happy man right now. He says, I got this. One more. Should do it. East Lyme's going to pressure. They're going to let Waterford rebound here and inbound. You can see, by the way, Greg Keith has had such a good time tonight with this game.
Smiling,
He's enjoyed
he
it
loved it.
Absolutely, as much as the kids. Simeon knocks him down. Timeout Waterford. But 2 huge free throws made by Brent Simeon. And with 8 seconds remaining, East Lyme senses it. And Coach Bill Bassett pulls his team together. We're going to diagram the final 8 seconds.
Yeah, you need a quick 3 from the wing or a quick drive to the basket, whichever. I mean, it's still a 2-possession game. You want to have a 3, but, getting to the rim is not out of the option either.
And right now, Viking Nation saying, this is our house.
Wow.
And with a 4-point lead over the 7th-ranked and undefeated Waterford Lancers, they are seconds away from bringing their side of the house down.
No fouls if you're East Lyme right now on a 3-point shot, Casey. No fouls, nothing cheap out there on the perimeter.
And look what happens if they hold on. Waterford beat Ledyard. Ledyard beat East Lyme. East Lyme beat Waterford. It's a mess atop the ECC.
It's the way we like it.
And NFA hasn't lost yet. Bassetto, double clutch 3, no good. 3 seconds left. Gandenberger puts it up, and there it is. They storm the floor at the X. The East Lyme Vikings have come into Waterford and stunned the undefeated and 7th-ranked Waterford High School Lancers 64-60. And they're celebrating on the Lancers court here at the X. Trailing by as many as 10 in the first half. Jacob Peters, number 55. Big first half for that young man. Got the Vikings back in it as the two teams share hugs after what was an intense, physical, and hotly contested game. The sports doctor is going to talk with head coach Jeff Bernardi and some of the Vikings. A big hug there between Mikey Bassetto and Dev Ostrowski. The two lived up to the hype tonight. As good as it can get for those two on the floor tonight. Bill Bassett and Jeff Bernardi congratulating each other on what was an exceptional high school basketball game, but 64-60 in favor of the East Lyme Vikings. The sports doctor is going to have East Lyme head coach Jeff Bernardi, as well as some of the Vikings players as they gather around down on the court, ready to go. Celebratory mood for the East Lyme Vikings. The sports doctor is ready.
Well, Coach, the reason why I brought the whole team over here, because I think you'll agree with me, tonight was a team victory.
I couldn't agree with you more. Outstanding effort. We just locked in 32 minutes. That was an unbelievable effort on our part.
Coach, you talked about after the Ledyard game, maybe your kids got pushed around a little bit or bullied. Yeah. I think this is a term that used by the Ledyard front line. Yeah. How proud of you guys, some of your big uns and big people stepping up and making plays for you.
Yeah, it's outstanding effort. I've been saying that we have balance and we have good bigs, and they proved that tonight. I mean, Jacob Peters was a monster today. He had double figures. That's the best game he's ever played. I thought we did a good enough job on the boards. We might have won the rebounding. If not, it was close. So we did everything we had to win, and that's what it took.
Well, Dev, let me give you up front here real quick. Dev, it seemed like it took you a little while to get going. Yep. Struggled with your drum shot early. What was the message from your teammates and from the coach to help you bring the team home down the stretch?
Well, during halftime, I mean, we were up by how much, like 2, 3? 2. We were just screaming in there, and I know, like, if everyone got this much energy, we all have to, like, do this together. And I don't know, everyone just stepped up. Jacob, TJ, where is TJ? JR, Brett, everybody just stepped up. So it was just a great team effort. So
getting a couple good looks out there, 4 3-pointers in the game. What does this mean, for the confidence of the team moving forward the rest of the way?
It's awesome. It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels great.
No words.
Yeah.
No words.
Coach, does this mean no practice tomorrow or what?
No, we got a game on Saturday. There are no days off in East Lyme.
Coach,
move on the next game.
Coach, does this feel good? I mean, this program has been up and coming for the last few years. Does it feel good to come in on the road and get a victory like this?
Oh, it's outstanding. I mean, Waterford's an outstanding team. You know, they're 7th in the state for a reason because they are that good. And I think our toughness tonight really allowed us to win the game.
Yep. Casey, everybody's got one loss that seems to be in the league right now. I can't figure it out, but I'll tell you what, these next 4 weeks are going to be a lot of fun.
That's right, Sports Doctor, and we're going to have a lot of that action for you starting on the 23rd, where this Waterford team will travel to the New London. That should be interesting, the Guards of New London against the Guards of Waterford. Then the rematch, a vastly improved Ledyard team here at the X against Waterford, who beat them by 20. Then New London and NFA, New London at Ledyard, the girls, the boys in the tournament. Lots of action on game day. We'll bring the Sports Doctor back in to wrap this thing up. And Sports Doctor, I thought you hit it on the head, a team effort. You can count the contributions from Gandenberger and Peters and Simeon's free throws at the end. Everybody contributes to the win today for East Lyme.
Yeah, team effort, team environment. Again, toughness brought to the table tonight by East Lyme. And we've shown maybe Waterford hasn't been in this position before, how they react moving forward. I'll tell you this right now. You don't know the emotion of these coaches and these players down there afterwards after the game. These guys were hyped. They were pumped.
I think you said it too. So we've got Waterford beats Ledyard, Ledyard beats East Lyme, East Lyme beats Waterford. New London's only got, they've only lost to East Lyme. And it's just a mess at the top of the ECC right now.
It's a juggling act, that's for sure, yeah.
And which means game day is going to go along for the ride. We are excited to bring you all of these games.
God, I think it's a big deal for East Lyme, for their confidence in their program, not only moving forward in the league, but in the state tournament as well. They showed they can come on the road against a tremendous, tremendous basketball team like Waterford and not only steal a victory, Casey, but they earned a victory.
Rival teams with star players in front of a hostile crowd. It's the recipe for a classic. 64-60 East Lyme in a classic.
This next month's going to be a lot of fun, my friend, that's for sure.
If I can only... We'll bring it all to you for all the game day crew. And for the Sports Doctor, I'm Casey O'Neill. Thank you all for watching tonight. Good night, everybody.